Pepper Young's Family. Pepper Young's Family is the true-to-life story of your friends, the Youngs. We'll be with them in just a moment after this message. Peggy is due to arrive in Chicago any minute now, and Mrs. Trent and Carter are waiting for her train to pull into the big terminal. Carter's on top of the world because everything seems to be straightening out. His mother has not only invited Peggy to visit them, but she seems to be going out of her way to give her a cordial welcome. If Carter were really aware of what is going on in his mother's mind as she stands there, perfectly grown, poised, and charming, if he knew that Mrs. Trent's only reason for inviting Peggy to Chicago is to show her son that Peggy can never fit into the Trent household, he'd never have urged Peggy to visit his parents. However, Carter is completely unsuspecting and entirely happy. The train seems to be a few minutes late, and Carter can hardly restrain his eagerness.
Why can't they get here on time? The train's 10 minutes late.
Oh, Carter, 10 minutes isn't any time, dear, after all the hours you've been waiting.
I know, but it could have been on time for once. Hey, Mother, is everything okay at the house? Did you put the flowers in her room?
Yes, dear, I put flowers in Peggy's room and in her sitting room.
And she's going to have the blue room, isn't she? I mean, the one that looks over the garden?
Yes, dear, the blue room that looks over the garden.
Let's see. You're not going to put on a lot of show, are you, Mother? I mean, we're going to have a simple dinner in the small dining room so that she won't have to sit in that big barn of a room that you use when you give a dinner party.
Well, dear, I'm not certain that I know which room we'll use for dinner. I presume it will be the small room.
Well, it better be. She'd just about die if she had to sit in that big dining room. It's like going into Grant's tomb or something. I don't see why trains aren't on time, especially expresses.
It'll be here in a few minutes now. Carter, just relax, dear.
Relax? How can I relax when I know she's coming? Gee, Mother, I never expected to feel this way about any girl. Do you think anybody else ever felt this way about a girl?
Yes, dear, I think so. How long is your leave, Carter?
That's just a couple of days. Then I'll have to go back with her. Oh, that'll be swell, too. Going back with her, riding all the way back to Elmwood again. Oh, Mother, I wish I didn't have to wait so long to get married. I wish that I could get married right away. I don't see why I can't. Not if her family is willing. Not if you're willing.
We won't talk about that now, Carter. Let's just concentrate on her getting here.
Yes, on her getting here with that train hours and hours late.
Only 10 minutes late.
I've never known time to hang so heavy on my hands before. Look, Mother, do you think she'd like to drive around Chicago? Do you think she'd like to see the place, or do you think that would be a bore for her?
Well, I don't know, dear. But I hope you leave us alone some of the time so that we can get acquainted.
Yes, I will. But, look, Mother, you promised when she got here that you'd have a date or a committee meeting or something so that I could have it to myself on the way home from the station.
Yes, I promised that. And I have a committee meeting, so you can drop me off there.
That's swell. Hey, look, the bulletin board now. The train's coming in.
Oh?
She's coming in now. Track 4. Come on.
No, dear. I'll go back and wait in the car. You run along and meet her alone.
Okay, only, listen, I'm awfully glad you came down with me, Mother. I sure appreciate that.
We'll be back with the Youngs in a moment after this message.
Oh, hello, Williams. I didn't know you were here.
Yes, I came down to the station in case there was anything I could do. In case you wanted me to attend to Miss Young's luggage.
Oh, thanks, Williams. That's fine, but I'll manage everything myself. She ought to be coming up the steps now. Hey, I wonder if she missed the train. I wonder if there's any chance she's not on it.
I'm very anxious to see her, Mr. Carter.
Well, you'll see something when you see her. She's just about the finest thing God ever made.
And I was very much surprised at your father and mother inviting her to visit here after everything that happened.
Well, I guess they figured there wasn't anything else they could do, seeing how I felt.
Yes. I suppose that's it.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, nothing, Mr. Carter, only I wondered what made them change like that.
Well, I just told you, Williams. They figured there wasn't anything else they could do. They just had to accept it, that's all. You have to accept things sometimes, whether you like it or not. But they're going to like her. I know they are. They're going to be crazy about Peggy.
I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
There she is now. Peggy! Peggy!
Oh, Carter! Oh, Carter, I'm so glad you're here.
Darling, it's wonderful to see you. Oh, hey, Porter, are those Miss Young's bags?
Yes, that's my big bag and my overnight bag, and that's all I have, Carter. I didn't bring very much.
Peggy, this is Williams. This is Miss Young.
How do you do, Miss Young?
Oh, how do you do? Carter, I was so afraid you might not be here, and I wouldn't know what to do.
Of course I'd be here. I would have been here all night if I could have, waiting for you. Darling, the train was 10 minutes late, and I thought I'd pass out. I've never known anything to last so long as these 10 minutes. Time sure can stand still when you're waiting for somebody. Hey, Peggy, are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right, only I'm a little scared.
Mrs. Trent is waiting in the car.
Your mother's here at the station?
You bet. She came down to meet you, Peggy. She's outside.
Oh,
What's the matter, dear?
Well, nothing, only I sort of wanted to talk to you alone first.
Well, you can talk to me alone. Mother's only going to drive as far as some committee or something like that, and then we're going to drop her and we'll be all alone. But she did want to welcome you to Chicago.
No, I see. Well, where is she?
This way, dear. Give me your hand. It's good to hold on to you again, Peggy. It's great to have you beside me. Seems like it hasn't been... I haven't seen you for years.
Oh, I know.
Did you get any sleep last night on the train?
Not very much. Did you sleep well?
I didn't sleep a wink. I just lay there all night thinking, she's rushing through the night toward me. She's coming nearer and nearer. I kept thinking how awful it would be if something should happen to the train, if it ran off the track or bumped into a freighter. Oh, I don't know what all.
Oh, it was wonderful, though, to be on a train, to be coming nearer to you, to be coming towards you. Oh, it was so much better than waiting for you someplace and standing still.
Excuse me. I'll see you later, Miss Young. I'll attend to your luggage and have it put in the other car, Mr. Carter.
All right, Williams, that will help. Thanks a lot.
But I need my little bag right away.
Oh, it'll be in the house when you get there, Miss Young.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Here's Mother, Peggy. She's in the car.
Well, so you're Peggy Young.
Yes, Mrs. Trent, I'm Peggy. How very kind of you to come down here to meet me.
Well, of course I'd come to meet you, my dear. Anybody who's won Carter's heart the way you have would certainly be greeted by his mother. Come in, dear, won't you?
Yes, thank you.
We're dropping you somewhere, aren't we, Mother?
Well, not quite so soon. Peggy, Carter wants to get rid of me. He wants to have you all to himself.
That's the truth, I do. And I don't mind admitting it. But I did want Mother to be here so that you'd know that she wanted to see you just as much as I do.
I've been very anxious to meet you, my dear. I do hope you're going to forgive us for all the stupid things we've done, the stupid things we've said. After all, Mr. Trent had no idea that Carter was as serious as he is.
He had every idea I was serious. But he wanted to break it up, Peg. Don't let Mother kid you.
As you can see, Peggy, we're an outspoken family.
Yes, I see.
Well, I hope you're going to enjoy your visit here. And we're going to try to keep you here as long as we can.
Thank you, Mrs. Trent.
Oh. Well, I'm going to get off here, right near the station. Lucky for you, Carter, you can have the rest of the journey all alone without any chaperone.
All right, Mother. We'll see you later at dinner.
Yes, dear, at dinner. We're very glad to have you here, Peggy. I don't blame Carter in the least for falling in love with you. You're a lovely girl.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Trent.
Darling, it's great to be with you again. You don't know how much I love you.
And I love you, too. Carter, your mother, she's stunning.
Yeah, she's all right, isn't she?
Yes, and she was so nice to me. I never dreamed she'd come to the train.
Ah, Peggy, never mind about her. Just think about us. Just having you here beside me, in my arms again.
Oh, Carter, I'm so happy. I don't even think I'm going to be frightened.
But even as she speaks, Peggy is secretly just a little frightened at the thought of dining at the Trents and of living up to Carter's expectations. And now a message from our sponsor. Peggy has her first glimpse of living on the grand scale. Be sure to join us on Pepper Young's Family. John Scott speaking.